What's going on, fish family? This is Roberto with RLC Aquatics, and I appreciate you joining my channel. Fish fingers. Now, if this is your first time joining the channel, make sure you punch that subscribe button, smack that like button, and ding the notification bell so you don't miss out on future content that I come out with. In today's video, I'll show you guys how I did my low budget build, guppy farm build in my backyard.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I picked a corner of the house that didn't get too much sun, maybe about 2 or 3 hours of direct sunlight. I want to go ahead and show you guys this. I'm really excited. I did a lot of research on India and Thailand, and these people use whatever they had laying around to breed guppies, pots, pans. I mean, I'm not going to that extent, but it's still a low budget, and I want to let you guys know that anybody could do this. So as time goes by, I'm obviously going to have to upgrade totes. As I get more strains coming in, I'm going to have to upgrade this little corner. So as I grow, you're going to see more and more changes. But right now, this is what I have start off with. I use my black panda guppies, and I use my red dumbo ear mosaics. So I'm going to start off with those two strains out there in the backyard, and we're going to go ahead and see what we get. But enough talking. Let's go ahead and head to the backyard and show you what I got.
All right, so let's get this show on the road. So here is the corner of my house. This is where I'll be starting the backyard guppy farm, and I was pretty excited about using this corner because it has the least amount of direct sunlight. I think it has maybe about 2 hours, if I'm not mistaken, of direct sunlight. Here's the cinder blocks that I used. I went ahead and got these cinder blocks from Aquafunk's house whenever I was helping him move. Here are the shelves that I used for my rack system in the garage. They're very durable, so I had extras and decided to go ahead and use these shelves. And the containers that you see here are just things I've had in my garage, and I've been researching India and Thailand, and the way they breed guppies, man, it's awesome. You know what I mean? They use whatever they have laying around, and it works for them, you know? So here we are filling up the black. I want to say that this is maybe a 40-gallon tub, if I'm not mistaken. This will be housing my red dumbo ear mosaic guppies, and this blue bucket will be housing my dwarf black panda guppies. And I like that tree that you just saw there in the corner. I love it because it's gonna bounce back. I haven't been watering, I haven't been taking care of the backyard the way I should, but I will now. So that's gonna bounce back and provide more shade for this corner of the house. So I'm very excited about that. And as you see, I mean, this was just stuff laying around in the garage, a little rusty old air line system there. And, you know, I went ahead and grabbed that I got for free. When I went ahead and picked up a tank that came with the actual tank, a bunch of accessories and tubes. And I like this container because I could shut it just in case it gets a little too hot, or, you know, the sun is on it for too long. I can go ahead and close it. I'll be getting a tarp or something just to go ahead and provide shade for this corner. But yeah, I mean, you know, I'm pretty excited about this corner of the house because I can breed more guppies and I can get more stock just in case I do sell out. So here you see me grabbing some floaters for the containers, and you know, I wanted to go ahead and add these just to provide a little bit more shade for the guppies in case it does get a little too hot outside. And I think I got here it is with the guppy grass. I'm collecting some guppy grass as well, so I'll be selling this on my website. Just keep that in mind, the floaters and the guppy grass. So, and here's my son. I mean, it's rare that you get these kids out the house. He wanted to help me, so I went ahead and allowed him to put the guppy grass in there and help me out in that corner of the house, and he did a good job. And here you see the guppy grass in the containers already with the air, and you know, I'm pretty excited about that. All right, and here's one of my favorite parts of the video. So I went ahead and I'm going to be doing some experimenting with some moss outside because I want to get it on the website as well. So I took some moss, as you can see there, in the cholo wood. I grabbed 2 pieces of it, and you know, I placed the cholo wood with the moss back in the aquariums when I was done with it, but went ahead and grabbed 2 pieces of moss there. I want to try to get as much stock as possible, so that whenever I do sell items on my website, people are not waiting, you know, for back orders and whatnot. But as you can see there, so here's my little experimentation. So I grabbed a bunch of jars, and as you can see, there's some Yankee Candle containers that I cleaned out and made sure that there was, you know, real cleaned up. That way there was no chemicals from the wax or anything like that. But cut up some moss and place it in each one of these containers, and we're gonna check to see how this works out. I mean, I'm pretty excited about this. As you can see, every container there has a little piece of moss, little planting seeds, you know what I mean, planting seeds. And hopefully you know, this will allow me to, I mean, you can't ever have enough moss, you know what I mean. So here's the red dumbo ear mosaics. There's the male and female that we'll be using for the black container. So we'll go ahead and pour these out. As you can see, I mean, I'm very gentle. I mean, I could have just threw them in there, but poured them in there. They're happy as can be. I moved the airline system a little bit more to the corner just to give them some dead spaces in the container. That way they're not, you know, struggling to swim through all that current, or, you know, that flow. So I made it a little bit more easier than I just have the flow on a corner, that left corner of the tub, so that way they could get a little bit of rest and swim in areas that are not having them consistently try to swim through that current there. So here's the dwarf black panda guppies that I'm using, and these are now currently being sold. So if you are interested in these guppies, please let me know in the comments below. So I went ahead and used these guppies in the blue container. I also put black panda guppies in the white container that you saw in the corner of this house. But yeah, I mean, you know, I feel like they're super happy being outside. I've heard that the guppies do way better outside due to the mosquito larvae, and they, you know, they get a little bit more nutrients. But here I am sprucing up the corner, making it look a little bit more liver and decorating it. So all these plants I have here in the corner of my house, and we're gonna go ahead and snip some of this stuff and you know, basically lay it around the area just so they could provide more shade for the totes when these plants grow. And you know, I'm pretty excited. Like I said, I mean, here we are. This is somewhat of the finished product. I still have a lot more upgrading, a lot more work to do, but as you can see, I put all these plants in the pots and scattered them over. Here's the 2 containers that I'll be putting fry in whenever you know, these fish start breeding and I get fry. I'll have the container for the dumbo mosaics and then the container for the panda guppies, just temporarily. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm pretty excited about this right now, and this is the finished products of somewhat. I mean, I still have a lot more upgrading to do. Here's the mosaic guppies, and down there on the bottom, I'm not sure if you can see it, those are the panda guppies. And I mean, everything looks good. Everything looks good. I mean, this is the beginning of my guppy farm in the backyard. So as you can see, there's plants, and I got the pothos plants all over. The plan is to get that pothos plant to grow on the fence and kind of get like a wall going there, you know, just straight vines. There's the panda guppies I was referring to that are in the white container, and this is a little piece of moss that I've added in there. I want to say this is Christmas moss, and we'll see how it does. I'm gonna go ahead and keep an eye on it. And all those jars, I went ahead and I didn't want them in direct sunlight, so I put them in this little second level of this wood. I'm not sure if it's a TV stand or what it is, but like I said, we're balling on a budget. We use what we can use, you know. But I'm pretty excited about this, guys. I mean, stay tuned because I'm going to be having a lot more update videos on this. But here it is. Here it is. The corner of life. My mini backyard guppy farm.